Good morning, students. In the last class, we have seen initial velocity, final velocity, acceleration, and first equation v is equal to u plus at. So, motion, actually the chapter name is motion, but we will call it as a kinematics. So, kinematics means which deals with study about the velocities, positions, displacements, velocities, accelerations, and their relation. Clear that we call it as a kinematics. That deals with the subject describes about the velocities, displacements, accelerations of a body is called kinematics. And next one we call it as a dynamics. That the next lesson, force and laws. Dynamics means which concentrate how bodies set to be moved, which is the cause of motion. You will study in the dynamics, but we will see kinematics. From today onwards, we will call it as a kinematics. Okay, not motion. In that, what you have seen in the last video, initial velocity u, final velocity v. Next term is acceleration a. See, I mentioned if velocity increases, that's said to be acceleration. Means final velocity is greater than initial velocity, then what is said to be accelerate. Very simple. When you are driving the vehicle, if you give the acceleration, automatically the speed of the vehicle is increases. Am I correct? Right. That we call it as acceleration. Always the final velocity is not increases, sometimes it decreases. The same vehicle, if you apply the brake, then what happens? The velocity decreases gradually and comes to rest. Clear? So before applying the brake, velocity is maximum, and after applying the brake, velocity will become minimum. So decreasing velocity means that how can we write the final velocity is less than initial velocity. In this case, we call it as deceleration. Clear? Deceleration means speed decreases. This is also change in velocity. So what I want to say is, always change in velocity is not acceleration. Sometimes we call it as an acceleration, sometimes we call it as a deceleration. It's depend on velocity values, initial velocity and final velocity value. Remember. Then for acceleration we use A directly. Then how do we represent deceleration? This A we represent with minus. Plus indicates acceleration, negative indicates deceleration. Clear? Understand? So, initial velocity, final velocity, and acceleration. Clear? And the next term is average speed. Next, average velocity. This already you have learned, but I am recalling. Why we call it as average means in the motion, body will not maintain constant speed or constant velocity. Suppose we are moving from Kolar to Bengaluru. We are moving from Kolar to, let us say, Bengaluru. In this, we are moving by car. Let us say, suppose we are moving with car. Then car starts from rest. Then velocity is 0. And we move certain distance with, let us say, speed let us 50 meter per second, okay, or kilometers per second. Clear? Some distance. This 50 kilometers per hour we will not maintain till reach the Bengaluru. Suppose if highway is free, then we will speed up. Then some certain distance we will maintain with 100 kilometers per hour. Clear? If traffic is there, as soon as we reach, let us say, toll gates, then what do? Your speed reduces. If you enter in the city, then almost we will move with the speed with 10 kilometers per hour. Means what? This motion is non-uniform. Understand? In this case, if I ask you what is your speed, with how much speed you have moved from Kolar to Bengaluru, we cannot say certain distance 50 kilometers, certain distance 100 kilometers per hour, certain distance 10 kilometers per hour. Understand? We will say, we will take in this case average speed or average velocity. Clear now? Understand? So, to understand this phenomenon, we use two concepts, average speed and average velocity. Speed means why we take in speed, the road is not straight. Clear, it takes the turns, different paths it moves. When if we talk about velocity, we will take only straight line motion. Clear. So the average speed, the definition, how do we write? The total distance covered by total time taken. Total distance covered by total time taken. So this is average speed is total distance covered by total time taken. Clear? Suppose this certain distance, let us say S1, we covered with velocity V1 in time T1, 100 kilometers per hour. Velocity V2, we covered distance S2 in time T2. This velocity V3, this is S2 and this is T3. In this case, how do we write formula? Total distance is what? S1 plus S2 plus S3. S1 plus S2 plus S3 by T1 plus T2 plus T3. If you do this, we will get the answer, average speed. So total distance covered by total time taken. What about average velocity? This is also same, total displacement by total time taken. Again formula will be same, S1 plus S2 plus S3, then T1 plus T2 plus T3. Understand? So both are looking same, formula measurements will be same, but there is one difference is there. This is for a distance we do not have a direction. For displacement we have a direction. This is only main difference between velocity and speed. Of course, average velocity and average speed. Then now we will try one problem on average speed and average velocity. This example, this problem I am taking from your 9th class book. Here, Usha swims 90-meter long pool in 1 minute. Okay, she swims 180 meter from one end to other end, back again. Clear? Then find her average speed, average velocity. I mean in a straight path. She swim one end to another end in a straight, and that end to again back where she started. There she reached. Clear? In a straight path. So the question given like this. This is what? Length of the pool is what? 90 meter long. She swims in how many minutes? 1 minute. How she move? Let us say starting point is A, this end point is B. She moves A to B, again comes back B to A. Clear? In this situation, they ask the average speed and average velocity. Clear? Average speed means total distance covered by total time taken. T is given 1 minute. This we will convert into 60 seconds. So first I am finding average speed. Total distance covered. First she moved from A to B. Clear? A to B plus. Again she came back. B to A by total time taken time t, or you take small, it's depend on that's taking capital T and small t, that's your wish, but that refers time. AB is what, 90 meter, BA is what, 90 meter by 60, 180 by 60, 100 cancel, 3, so 3 meter per second is the average speed. Average velocity, total displacement covered. Average velocity, total displacement covered. How do we find displacement? As I mentioned, we need to draw line from initial point to final point. Where she started at A, finally she reached A. Then A to A, is it possible to draw a line? It's not possible. Means initial point, final point, both are same. So the gap between initial and final is 0. Then 0 by t, time taken, answer is 0. I hope you find the difference between speed and average velocity. Clear? Right now we will see a new concept, graphical representation of motion. This is one method to understand the motion of the object. See, what is the need to this, why we are using graphs? Without this, are we not calculate? We have a question like this, but this is the simplest way to calculate or to understand the motion of the object. Clear? Now, graphical representation of motion. First we will take a graph, first kind of graph means position time graph. Position time graph. Clear? Now, in this, suppose now we are drawing the graph of the body, position of the body to time. Clear? Now we are taking reference point is college. Clear? You have come to college at 9 o'clock. Where you are in college? Okay. 9:10. Where you are in college? 9:20, where you are in college? 9:30, where you are in college? Means college is reference point, you are not moving, so your displacement, your position is not changing. Clear? So college. So your displacement, let us say yes, S is 0. Up to till 4:30, your position is 0. Clear? Or your classroom you take in the college, your bench is a reference. In your bench, 9 o'clock you are there in the same bench, 9:10 you are there in the same bench, till 4:30 you are in the same bench. Your position is not changed with respect to your friends or walls. Clear? Means since morning to evening you are in the same bench, means your position is not changed. So if you draw the graph, time we will take it on always x-axis and position we will take it on y-axis. Position, let us say 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meters like this. Clear? Understand? So your position is not changing. So we are taking your position from the board. Let us say with respect to board, your position we are taking from board. Your position, let us say how many meters? 2 meters, your bench. So from the board, your bench, your position is 2 meters. 9:30 from the board where you are, from 9:30 from the board where you are 2 meters away. 9:30 from 9 o'clock 2 meters away. 9:10 2 meters away. 9:20 2 meters away. 9:30 2 meters away. Till 4:30 2 meters away. So if you take time on this, let us say 0, 9 o'clock, 9:10. 9:20, 9:30, If you take uniform interval 10, 10, 10, 10, where you are 2 meters, like this. Clear? Means what? This graph represents rest. Physically we can understand. Understand? Clear? You are not moving. You are in rest position. Your position is not changing. Go back to motion definition. The change in position we call it as a motion. Am I correct or not? But your position is not changing with respect to time. And with what is the reference point here? Board. With respect to board, if you consider time, your position is not changing. So you are in rest. So position time graph. If any graph in the sense, this we call it as a ST graph. If ST graph x and y, if the line parallel to the x-axis, this represents rest. Clear? This represents rest. Then what happens if you move? Same situation. Yes, your displacement, you move 1 meter. Next 9, 10, you move 2 meters. 9, 30, you cover 3 meters. Again 4. Clear? Regular interval of time, you are moving. Then if you draw a graph for this x and yes, then it comes, let us say 1, this is y, 2, 3. On x-axis 3 and 4. On x-axis we are taking time, on y-axis we are taking position. Clear? 9 o'clock, where you are 1. 9, 10, where you are 2. 9, 20, where you are 3. So it moving like this. Understand? Means simple representation, time and position S shows like this. Clear? Here body is moving. Body is moving. It covering 1 to 2, 1 meter. 2 to 3, 1 meter. 3 to 4, 1 meter. What is the time interval? Regular interval. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Body covering equal distances in equal interval of time. Understand? So it is in uniform motion. Moving with constant velocity or constant speed. Understand? If position time graph, if you find like this, that means this graph is saying that body is in motion, moving with constant acceleration. Then how do we find the velocity? That we will see in the first PU in the regular classes. Clear? You just understand this. Suppose in the same time interval, see, I am taking this as an example. Actually, this is not there. To understand the nature of the graph, I taken this example. Clear now? Now, suppose here what happened? Equal distances covered. In the same time interval, 1, 5, 10, 15. Again, you are finding here it is, let us say 13. Here it is, let us say 15 or 7. Clear? For this graph, it will not come straight. It will come like this. Understand? So, general, roughly, and common representation I am drawing here. Now this comes like this. In this case, this is non-uniform motion because distance cover or displacement covers are different. So non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion means velocity is sometimes increases, sometimes decreases. If velocity increases, then that we call it as a body is accelerating. When velocity increases, obviously, see the displacement is your change in position is increasing. What does that mean? Velocity increasing. Velocity increasing means what? Body accelerating. This graph represents non-uniform motion, and accelerating. Understand? So first it is in rest. If you see this kind of graphs, this is time and this is line parallel to time axis, rest. If it is like it has also with the time axis, the straight, moving with uniform motion, constant velocity. It is curved, non-uniform motion, accelerated. Few may have a doubt. Sir, you are drawn line parallel to x-axis, time axis. This is yes. If you draw like this answer we will see in the next class. You will find is this possible or not. Clear? This I explained. Now this you try it. I have drawn graph or line parallel to position. You think it clear? Then the answer I will give tomorrow. Now next, we have seen position time graph. Next graph is the second graph, velocity time graph. Next one is velocity time. Now first we will take example. Now you are moving by bike. You are not accelerating. You are driving your bike. You are not accelerating. This is time. Now your pointer is showing, let us say 30 kilometers per hour. You are started at 9 o'clock. You are not accelerating. Keep this point in your mind. Then this is remain same. 9 o'clock 1 minute, 2 minutes. Like we are not accelerating. What does it mean? Vehicle moves with the constant speed and constant velocity. If you move in straight, that we call it as a velocity. If you turn like this, that is called as a constant speed. Now, if you try to draw a graph, these are rough to understand. Practically, is it possible or not possible? But if you do possible, try to understand. Time, let us say 9 o'clock, 1, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, go, so on. Velocity, this is 10, 20, 30. 9 o'clock, 30. 9, 1, 30. 9, 2, 30. 9, 3, 30. Straight. Now, this is parallel to time axis. I am drawing common. This is time and velocity on y-axis v. Clear? Previous graph parallel to time axis. There we said rest. What about this? This is not rest. This is already in motion. It's moving with 30 kilometers per hour. Understand? So uniform motion. Clear, and constant velocity. Constant velocity. Clear. Uniform motion and constant velocity. First point is uniform motion. Second one is moving with constant velocity. If you find area under this line, we will get area under the line. We will get total displacement. Total displacement. If you take total area, we will get total displacement. This point is very, very important. Velocity time graph. Area under the line, under the curve we call it as, we will get displacement. Suppose we are giving acceleration. Now previously this value not changed, we kept constant. If you give the acceleration, then what happened? This will become 31, this will become 32, this will become 33. Slowly, we are giving slowly acceleration, the speed of the body slowly increases. Increasing means what? Velocity increasing means what? What does it mean? Accelerating. Then how do we expect this graph? This graph, instead of line, if this value changes, what happens? This like this. Graph will go like this. Understand? So next graph is time. This is velocity v. It is like this. Clear? Suppose the same graph, if I draw like this, there is a small difference. Time, velocity. Both are same. The difference is this is starting from rest. Clear? Initial velocity u is 0. But here u is not 0. This is only the difference. Understand? Velocity time graph, if starts from origin, this is called origin. Then body starting from rest. Clear? This is, it already has velocity, initial velocity. Clear? Now, what did we say before to draw this graph? Velocity gradually increasing. Gradually increasing means what? It accelerating. Clear? Now, first point, body accelerating. Clear? Body is accelerates. Then what happened? Body will not cover equal distances in equal displacements. Understand? Now, non-uniform motion. How do we find this acceleration? Then, second point, slope gives the acceleration. Slope gives the acceleration. How do we find? Draw a line. This angle is nothing but. So that all. This is new concept to you. You will see in higher classes. Don't worry. Slope will give acceleration. Third one, area. Again, area under curve gives displacement. Clear? Area under this line is this total area, like this. For this way. Understand? So these are the important points regarding graphs. Acceleration time graph is there, that you will see in higher classes. Right now, not required. Clear? In the last concept, we have seen graphical representation. We have seen two types: position time and velocity time. You just remember the points, the nature of the graph, and what they represent. Clear? Uniform motion, non-uniform motion. Slope is acceleration. Area under the displacement, velocity time graph, displacement. Clear? These are all we use in numerical solving. In solving of problems, we use the concepts. Clear? Now, equations of motion of a graphical, equations of motion by graphical method. So, in kinematics or in motion, we will use three main equations. First is V is equal to U plus AT. Second one is S is equal to UT plus of AT square. Third one is V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. These three we call it as kinematic equations. Fourth one is there, that we will see in higher classes. Clear? Now this is velocity, final velocity equation. How to find the final velocity of an object. Second equation, how to find the displacement covered by the object. And this relates velocity and displacement. These are all valid under uniform acceleration. Means this three is valid when acceleration is constant. Clear? If the acceleration is constant, then these equations are valid. If acceleration is not constant, what will happen? That you will see in higher classes. But when acceleration is constant, these three equations are valid. And these three, how do we derive? How do they frame these three equations by graph? We will see one by one in the next classes. Clear? Remember this. V is equal to u plus at. Final velocity is v. Initial velocity is u. Acceleration a. Time t. Here s is the displacement and remaining r equal ut of a square is there. Same a is there. S is there. S is displacement. A is acceleration. Yes, sometimes we call it as a distance and displacement. It's depend on only direction. If we do not have a direction, that we call it as a distance. If direction is there, that we call it as a displacement. But equations are remains same. The next video we will see the proofs of these equations by graph. Clear?